It's the Wickersham Leader Show with today's episode, The Biggest Battle. At least until next week. Greetings, everybody. Welcome back. Good to see you all peppy and ready to go because I'm not. I woke up 10 minutes ago. I did not sleep very well last night, as you can clearly tell, but I'm still ready and awake to, lose over and over. So, as long as that's a constant, I think everything else should fall into place quite nicely. Hope you guys are as excited as I am. Maybe a little more excited. So, let's get right into it. Hey, Dark Mario Bros, Hello Zelrog and Martian. Huge but a wimp? What are you talking about? What am I doing? There we go. Which means today we have the Hazards On rule set. Remember every little from the Dave the Barbarian theme. What? Oh. Oh! Wait, why? Hold on. What's going on with the Dave the Barbarian? Why? Is that relevant? Did I do something? Oh. I did not see that Tack posted he was watching it. Dave the Barbarian is a good show. Let me make myself smaller so that you guys have a better viewing window. There we go. Oh. That's true, I suppose, Dark Mario Bros. Anyway, I'm totally not gonna lose this. I am so trashed. I don't know why you say things like, give me your kneecaps, when you know that you're gonna win anyway. It feels kind of like adding insult to injury. Hey, Congus. Good to see you. It's not really a rivalry when the other person isn't participating, is it? Especially since you keep winning. So, for those of you who were there on my stream yesterday but didn't catch it on Discord, my PlayStation 1's disc laser broke on stream. So until I get the part back, I ordered a new part, and until then I'm just gonna hold off. When the part does get here, I'm gonna play that game again, and I'm gonna restart it from the beginning because it's a really short game and I could do it in a single stream. So if you wanted to see Toy Story 2, that's when it's gonna happen. It's a relatively simple part to replace, so I'm not worried about it, but it's just kind of annoying that it happened exactly then. How was Symphony of the Night? Oh, Symphony of the Night was fine. We got that one sword that lets you slash like 1 billion times a second. Toy Story 5, will it happen? I believe Pixar posted they're making a Toy Story 5. It was a while ago, though. I don't remember. Is the laser to infinity and beyond commission? Yeah. See, I didn't realize that picking up the laser upgrade in the game would ultimately fry my own laser. This isn't medieval. The language isn't medieval. I demand it actually be in Middle English. It's the DK rap. What the heck is talk about lingering hitboxes? The move was over for like a second. Hope you can get through this, Zelrog. Well, that's the commentator's curse right there. Jack Black makes a better VA for DDD. I mean, if he did voice him, I wouldn't mind, but DDD's a show-off, but he's not a show-off like how Bowser's a show-off. If that makes any sense. Bowser has ill intent. I think DDD is just looking out for number one. Okay, Booster. Good to see you. It's been a while since you've been on one of these, hasn't it? About the anime? Well, the anime is a different beast entirely, but even then, the things he does in the anime are different than what Bowser normally does. Like Donkey Kong in Spirit of Me. You'll probably beat me at it. Or like a Power Rangers villain. I guess? Yeah, because he just keeps summoning monsters. I don't know, I think because, like, the thing about Bowser's personality is that he's loud and he's boisterous and he's full of himself, but there's an underlying understanding that he knows he's strong. He knows he is powerful, right? He knows that he can take anybody any day of the week and people don't want to mess with him. DDD is not like that. I mean, even in the anime, it's made pretty obvious that that he's not very physically strong. If he wanted to be in a one-on-one battle with Kirby, he knows he would probably lose. So he has to resort to other things, which is why he calls all the monsters, because he can't kill Kirby himself. In the games, DDD is more of a bully at worst and a victim at best, because DDD usually finds himself being taken advantage of by the villain. And that's a pretty consistent portrayal. There's only been like a few times when even a few times when DDD has decided to go after Kirby for his own reasons. And that's Kirby's Dream Land, Spring Breeze, and Return of the King. And outside of that, DDD is almost always hypnotized, manipulated, or straight up just, like, evolved by the enemy, and he has very little agency over it. Honestly, Kirby could probably stop DDD from being the King of Dreamland if he really pushed for it, but that's not in Kirby's nature. Kirby forgives everyone. Sometimes he's a boss in the spin-off game, so that's only because he's a recurring character. Really. But we are now into, like, after the 2 4-player Kirby games where he's one of the partners, Kirby 64, where he's actively on Kirby's side. Kirby's Adventure, it was all a misunderstanding. I think that there's nuances to their character. At what point do you think Ganon was supposed to be scary? I honestly think that the first time that they really want us to take Ganon seriously is in Link to the Past. But I really think that Ganon's defining moment was when he became Ganondorf. I think that introducing Ganondorf is probably his most significant character development, because it means that he's more than just a monster, he's more than just a despot. He's someone who is willing to play by the rules to get what he wants. Oh, Mario Bros. Are you not familiar with Marshall? He's here every week. He destroys all of us. Dang it. I used the wrong one. Oh, you just didn't fight DDD last time? Hmm. I could have won that. He's playing DK because I'm playing DK. He said so at the beginning. That input delay is insane. Well, there's nothing I can do about it, and I'm under a worse input delay than everyone else because I'm looking at this through a capture card. No, are you kidding me? I did terribly. There were so many things I could have done that would have been way more basic and easy to make DK to deal with than what I did. I'm just flipping tired. Well, not tired. I have to get the sleep out of my head. I guess Ganon does prefer using his up special than his grab. At least when it comes to higher percentages. So, booster. Imagine 100% you could do. No, I could still lose. Believe me, I have lost in ways that don't make sense. Man, if you had saved your jump, you probably could have made that back. Ugh, the next time I'm going to be able to play, it's going to have to be against Marshall. I can never do that. I can never seem to get the jab resets when someone's on the ground. It just doesn't work when I do it. Not gonna lie, on some days it's really hard to find the fun in Smash. On other days it feels great. It's usually entirely dependent on how well I do. But then again, it also depends on who I'm fighting, right? See Wario in it? No, I don't really think the DK movie would have anything to do with Wario. I mean, Wario might be in the second Mario movie, which, you know, spoiler alert, that's gonna happen. It's pretty obvious that they're planning another one, and with how much money the first one made, I don't know how it won't happen. Maybe they'll try to take over Nintendo Land. Oh yeah, right. They're just gonna use that story from the beta, from like the pre-production story they made for DKC1. I forgot. Excuse me. Oh wow. But if you ask me, I think that the main villain of the second movie is still gonna be Bowser. I think that he'll be back, and we'll have like, and Wario and Waluigi may be in it as like another side villain or something. Because they jammed a lot of stuff into the first movie. They kind of covered a few things. But who knows? I mean, the story in the movies is entirely different from the game. Namely, Yoshi's Island didn't happen. I guess the up special wouldn't have made it here. What about Funky? Yeah, it could be there. Never seen me frown before? I can frown. Ugh. Well. I don't know why the other Kongs wouldn't be in the movie. It doesn't, I mean, Diddy Dixie, or at least, like, pretty much confirmed. They explained the DK brother. Who? DK's brother? Which Kongs appeared in the movie? DK, Diddy, Dixie, Cranky, Swanky, and I think Chunky. Yeah, I think that was it. I don't remember any others. I wonder why they've decided to bring back Swanky. Kind of an odd choice. He hasn't really been in anything in a while. He used to be he used to be in every DK game. But then after he was not in DK64, I guess they just kind of forgot about him. Although Dixie wasn't in DK64 either, but you played as her, so. Brinkley? She wasn't in there either. Look, I don't know who will and won't be in the movie, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just DK, Diddy, Dixie, Cranky, and Funky, honestly. Like, you don't really need a whole lot more than that. I mean, when it comes to which Kongs are relevant and stick around, you know, those are basically your main 5. That Chunky's alive in the movie? Yeah, well. Hopefully, I mean, what am I really gonna say about him? He has, you know, like, do I really want him to be an important part of the movie? Not really. He's not a very important character. Replace he was chosen over Kitty. Look, we know how you feel about Kitty Kong. I don't think we need to reiterate. That's true. Diddy's shirt is different. It's got these little yellow trim around it. Not really sure why. Also, he's got pants. I don't know why he needed pants either, but I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's really not that big of a deal. I can still tell that's Diddy Kong. They just gave him some pants. Although he doesn't have the I don't think he has the Nintendo logo on his hat. Rare was cooking something. What were they cooking? Rare had nothing to do with the movie. Actually, you know what? I'm surprised that people still think that that some of the DK characters in the Kremlings are still owned by Rare. That was one that I was so shocked to hear. That that Rare still owed K. Rool back in 2018 when the Smash hype was going around. But I guess nobody really played much of the DKC games, played much of the DK games after 64. And then Jungle Beat didn't have the Kremlings in them either. But they appeared in all sorts of, they appeared in like all other spin-off titles in between. They were in Donkey Konga, King of Swing, Jungle Climber, Barrel Blast. They were in the series. They just kept missing the major entries. They weren't in Jungle Beat, Returns, or Tropical Freeze. Why can't Nintendo own Geno? Because Square Enix owns it, and Square Enix still doesn't want to give him up. Diddy's shirt in the movie is different? Yes, I said it has a yellow trim. I mean, I prefer the normal design. It's just, you know, They decided to change it for the movie. If Rare can't own K. Rool, then why does Square own any of the Mario RPG characters? Because their agreement is different. That's all it comes down to. He doesn't wear pants, his shirt is just very long. Oh, okay. Roll away, but all right. Only way Nintendo can own Geno's to buy Square, or unless they came to an agreement. It's just it's just when they were making Final Fantasy, when they were making Mario RPG, Square, like, in their contracts or whatever, was like, all characters that we make for this game we can use, but, like, you know, everyone except for the Mario cast. Why didn't my punch have super armor? Even Boshi? I guess even Boshi, yeah. I don't know the nitty-gritty. I wasn't there, so I can't relate everything that happens to it. Just that I know that Nintendo can't use Geno unless they ask. Marshall, I already saw when you said that about ZSS. Yeah, I know Boshi's based on Yoshi. Out of the characters in Diddy Kong Racing, Nintendo only owns Diddy and Crunch. It's an interesting situation, but in promotional material, manuals, and in game guides, they list the copyright for Crunch and Diddy separately from the rest of the cast because Crunch is a Kremling. He wasn't originally going to be, but then they made him one when they added Diddy to the cast. Ooh, that was bad. Banjo was in a mainline game when Nintendo owned him. If Banjo was introduced as a Donkey Kong character, he would be owned. But because he's not, they took him with them. Oh, just barely missed. Essentially, the deal was, though, that anything not related to the Donkey Kong brand went with Rare. That's it. That's the whole thing. Makes it simple. Appreciated the lag eating your jump. Yeah. If he doesn't play, do you fight Booster? I mean, did you already start with Booster? Did you get back to the person you started with? Then if you got back to the person you started with, just go to the back. The only time it doesn't apply is when we have only 3 people. It's not about the number of fights, it's strictly about who you fought. I missed. What's with the taunt? No need for that. You're already going to win. You know you're going to win. See? I don't know what the point is. Might as well just start mashing buttons. Man. It happens. If I won, it wouldn't be Smash Fridays. The last rare non-DK game was Star Fox and the GCN. No, it was Sea of Thieves. There are outliers to every set of data, Marshall. Unless you mean the last game they made for Nintendo consoles, which Star Fox Adventures is also not true, because they made Banjo-Kazooie, Grunty's Revenge, and It's Mr. Pants. Well, you just said last non-DK rare game. Not last non-rare DK game on a Nintendo console. Also, they did Diddy Kong Racing DS, which was a DK game. I'm wondering if DK64 is coming to Nintendo Switch Online. That'd be nice to see. What would be nice to see? If Rare could make another game on the home console. Oh, to bring DK64. My gosh, I was just talking about it and I completely flubbed it. Yeah. Would I replay it? I don't know. I play the DK games a lot on this channel. There's only, I think out of all the DK games that exist, the only ones I haven't played are the Donkey Konga games and DK Jungle Climber. Well, of course, we all hope for a new DK game. It's been a while. They seem to be doing everything with the IP except for actually making a game. So hopefully something's coming soon. When we have the Lego DK, the DK area of Nintendo World. Those drum DK games? Yeah, I mentioned Donkey Konga. I've played DK Jungle Beat, but I haven't played the Wii version. I have no idea what Nintendo's next console will be. I don't know. If we go by their strategy of innovation and then iteration, right? So NES innovation, SNES iteration, and 64 innovation, GameCube iteration, Wii innovation, Wii U iteration. right? So the Switch is an innovation, and then I guess the next one would be an iteration. Where's the next Kirby game? But they just released one last year. Not last year, excuse me. When did Forgotten Land come out? 2021 or 2022? Not to mention they released Kirby's, like, Dream Buffet. It hasn't been that long since the last Kirby game. Switch is portable like the DS and the 3DS. I don't think going back to a non-hybrid is the right call, because Nintendo's handhelds traditionally outsell their home consoles like crazy, and with the Switch you get both of them. It's not like they lost some by not having one or the other. They just have both at the same time. And, you know, Nintendo keeps saying that they have nothing to announce in the near future when it comes to any other console. I don't know if I don't think that means that they have nothing in the works, because obviously they always have something. But the thing is that right now they're riding high on their laurels and making bank, so there's really no reason for them to go to anything next. Although Switch sales are apparently starting to slow down, which is not surprising. But over a 6-year period, yeah, that's gonna happen. Once everybody has your product, then no one else needs to buy it. Switch DS Fusion? I don't think the Switch would work if it was like a DS. Because if there's a second screen, then you can't play it on the TV unless you have a screen in your hands. Why did his side special not go anywhere? Yeah, that is just the Wii U. Yeah, I'll take it. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist hitting me, so I used that to my advantage. But I'm still gonna lose, so don't worry. See? Told you. I can predict the future. The games can be played without the second screen. If the games can be played without the second screen, then what benefit does the second screen provide? You spot dodge after everything. It doesn't really make a difference what you spot dodge into. Usually that's the only time I have any time to do anything. For DS playing. Yeah, but like, how are you gonna play games like the DS without the second screen? You just said it's not necessary. So what's the screen for? If you don't need it, then what benefit does it provide? And if you're not gonna use the second screen in a way that matters, then what's the point? Kind of just, you know, DS emulation. Right, but you just said that you can play it without the DS, the second screen. How are you going to play DS games without the second screen? That's going to be a sizable library of games that's just incompatible. Games use the secondary screen? What? What? I thought you said you didn't need the second screen at all. Now you're telling me that some games are gonna only use the second screen? What is... Hold on. So, you want a Switch hybrid. 2 screens. You want it to be able to play DS games, but simultaneously you don't need the second screen to play them. But some games are going to only use the second screen, and the whole point of this system is that you don't need to use the second screen at all. Anything? No, not really. Ugh. Thank you, Shy Guy. when will Nintendo let people play DS games? Probably if they made another piece of hardware that allows it. Just having a hybrid console is not really compatible with the DS because you're kind of forced to use one screen. Super armor. Wii U Switch Fusion. Stop throwing ideas at the wall until it sticks? What? What do you mean? If there was a consistent way to win every time, don't you think I'd do it? You have to do lots of different stuff. Oh, you're not talking about me. Right. Honestly, I might as well suicide at the beginning of these Martian matches. Be worse than the Switch and Wii U fusion, since Wii U is literally the Switch, but more on the console spectrum. Yeah, so basically what you're saying is you want a Switch with an extra screen controller. Which I don't know what that would really help, because that really impacts the portability of the thing. I mean, a big screen DS sounds cool at first, but the problem between the DS, the thing between the DS is and the Wii U is that with the DS, both screens were about the same size, and they were right there. They were right next to each other. Making them not the same size and not close to each other really limits what you can do with the double screen format. On the Switch, on the DS, you could have a game that extends over both screens, giving you a taller image. But the Wii U doesn't work like that because the second screen is in your hands. You have to move your head away from the action on the top screen to the one on the bottom screen. Meaning that whatever you're doing on the bottom screen, it probably can't be too important. Or what you're doing on the top screen can't be too affected by what's going on the bottom screen. Which is why it's great for maps and inventory selection, since that doesn't require you to have focus on both at the same time. Honestly, the ability to have your Zelda items on the bottom screen was probably the best use of the Wii U's capabilities. Unfortunately, for Breath of the Wild, they had to nerf it on the Wii U to make it more, to make it a better option for Switch users, because there is no way that there's no way that they did not plan for you to use the inventory on the bottom screen in the Wii U version before they ported it to Switch. Yeah, I guess it would be like in Squeak Squad. Next Kirby game, what will it be about? No idea. They could keep riding this 3D gravy train. People seem really receptive to that. Time travel. I don't know what time travel would really mean for Kirby, story-wise. Kirby tends to stay in more of the space aspect of space-time. Oh no, Randall! Mario and Zelda did time travel. Mario never did a time travel in a mainline game, and Zelda's time travel was limited to only to either two basically completely separate time periods where one only impacts the other in minimal ways, and going over the same 3 days. Why do people always go for my roll forward? Well, having the word pass in the title doesn't mean it has to do with it. No matter how much I delay that forward roll, it seems like they're always ready to get me on it. And when I'm on a platform, I guess there's really nowhere to go anyway. I'm so big that they'll get the whole thing if they decide to attack any part of it. Oh, goodness. Oh, jeez. I thought you were going to fall down. I thought you were just going to whiff that. What makes you think that it will be Kirby's Dream Land in 3D and not like a new game? Return with a seal for 7 years. Yeah. I mean, and then you can, you can go back if you put the sword back. I don't know how that works. But does he get resealed for those 7 years when he puts the sword back in? But like in reverse, I don't know how that works. The only time, there's very few times you really need to go back anyway. There's the desert with the Gerudo and the Song of Storms, which creates a bootstrap paradox. Mirror. I don't know why remaking these games in 3D would be their next priority. Usually if HAL remakes a Kirby game, they just remake the game. They don't bother to change too much. They usually add some side modes or something like that. In Superstar Ultra, they got a few new game or two. Well, actually, like 4 new games. Meta Nightmare Ultra, Return of the King. Actually, Meta Nightmare Ultra and Return of the King were the main ones, but then they also added the mini games and the True Arena. But then Kirby's Return to Dreamland just added Mighty Magoland or whatever it was called. A new game in a 3D space. Well, yeah, they might do another 3D game. I mean, the last one did so well. Hey, Chibi. Good to see you. How pulls a Sonic and have some levels be 2D? No, I don't think so. I don't know why they would. That doesn't really seem to fit with Kirby's MO. My favorite Kirby game is still Superstar and Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, so my favorite Kirby games are still 2D. And I'm actually glad that Kirby stayed 2D through a time when everyone else was doing 3D, because that meant that he stuck out. But nowadays, there's a good balance of 2D and 3D games out there, so we don't really need it. Like back on the N64 specifically, because Kirby skipped the GameCube almost entirely, with only Kirby Air Ride, a spin-off, being the only game they got. I don't want them to limit themselves to only sticking to 3D. Although I would like a 3D game to have more moves like, Superstar. Forgotten Land had a nice Kirby's Dream Land 3-esque system where the power-ups were more used for puzzle solving than they were for combat. Well, they were used for both, but in Superstar, you know, with all the different moves and flashy stuff. There may be another 2D Zelda, actually. I don't know. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't be. 2.5D is probably going to continue. Well, I mean, the distinction between 2.5D and 2D is really just a visual one for the most part. This was Link Between Worlds. Well, Link's Awakening remake, not a new game, I guess, but it did add new stuff to it, so... Link Between Worlds was also kind of a remake. There could be another new 2D Zelda game on the horizon. I mean, there's nothing that says they can't, but... Are any of you interested in playing Tears of the Kingdom? It's getting rave reviews across the board. 9 and 10s from almost every major reviewing site. I can't wait to see a video in 2 months about why the game actually sucks for like a 5-hour YouTube video essay, though. Let's go let it do Breath of the Wild. Oh, that's true. You know, I haven't played Breath of the Wild on stream yet. And since I'm not going to be getting Tears of the Kingdom for a while, maybe maybe I could do a Breath of the Wild playthrough. Why not? Lack of funds? Yeah, kind of. Yes. good about Age of Calamity. Oh, I don't have Age of Calamity. Not really that good at Warriors games. The only one I have... I wish I got Hyrule Warriors instead of Fire Emblem Warriors, I'm not going to lie. I like the characters in Hyrule Warriors a lot more. I got Fire Emblem Warriors because I was just looking for... I was in a Toys R Us that was closing and they had everything on sale. I really wanted... Age of Calamity kind of disappoints me because I mean, I guess I'll talk about some spoilers for it if everyone... You know, spoiler warning. I'm going to be talking about Age of Calamity spoilers. I'm really disappointed that in Age of Calamity, they still won. That they changed the narrative. I really wanted to see an interesting story about them fighting despite everything and still losing. I wanted to see what actually happened. I think it would be interesting to have a Zelda game where you lose. Especially since there's a good story reason for it in this case. I'm sure Hyrule Warriors is really good. I've never played it, though. Breath of the Wild joins all 3 timelines. Yeah, and the next team immediately creates a branch. They kind of said that Breath of the Wild exists so far in the future in each of the 3 timelines that it doesn't really get impacted by anything that happens before, and everything else is just called Legends or something. Which I guess that's fair, because they did kind of write themselves into a corner by introducing the 3 timelines. When they really kind of didn't need to. No new Zelda timeline? I mean, it's kind of a new Zelda timeline, but it doesn't fit onto each of the 3 existing ones. Real branches of the Triforce have been made along the way. Art stream tomorrow? Yep. Ugh. Art stream on Sunday? Yep. Art stream on Sunday. Anger? No, I'm just sad. I'm just sad and upset, really. You know, I'm more likely to just give up than to continue, because it's just not working. I could try to win, but then what would I gain? I'd only just keep going, doing the same thing, bashing my face against the wall. No, it's easier and better for my psyche if I just let the other guy win. Done with the challenge? What do you mean? I mean, I only have 2 more. That event will be over, yeah, but I don't think the art streams will stop. Will the next art stream be about? I don't know. Could be anything I want, honestly. Maybe I'll look through the requests. Maybe I'll do one of those. Maybe I'll just decide to do a series of portraits of cartoon stars. Hey, Omni. Good to see you. I can already tell I'm gonna lose. How am I supposed to understand my self-worth and be at my full potential if the person who keeps beating me keeps saying that they're gonna take my kneecaps? What kind of self-worth does that build when they say, like, give me your kneecaps, and then you lose like you expected, and then they're like, I got your kneecaps? Sauce it on a skillet. is that can't be that hard, right? Yeah, that's fair, Omni. Learning cooking is a very useful skill, and it can be fun. But after a while of cooking stuff, you start to realize it's like, man, I need to eat, but I also don't have time to spend like 2-3 hours cooking a meal. So I'll just make myself pasta again. What are you talking about? There's nothing I can do. I stupidly keep thinking that there's a chance I might beat you. And flukes notwithstanding, that's held true. Like I said last time, my win-loss ratio against you is like 3 to 65 or something. It's not realistic to assume that I will beat you. That's just math. Probabilities don't line up. It's not like ridiculous for me to go, well, maybe this time I'll just keep losing like always. Does that mean I won't try? No, but come on, let's be real about it. Determination doesn't win fights on their own. Some people just have it. Some people are more gifted at playing fighting games than others. I'm not one of those people. Giga Bowser for the Mario movie sequel. Seeing as Giga Bowser has never appeared in a Mario game, I'm not going to... seeing as Giga Bowser has never appeared in a Mario game, I really do not think that it is likely in the slightest that he will make his way to any of the Mario films. Some people get pushed by insults and ribbing. Some people get pushed by the other guy making fun of them. Not me. That's not how I am. Luigi did not do well. Getting better than your opponent only works if your opponent is not also getting better in proportion to you. Look, there are some look, let's be real about this. I lose all the time. I'm used to losing. It still sucks to lose, but let's be real. I've lost so much, it doesn't make a difference at this point. I understand when I'm beat. Me understanding when I'm beat is not like an admission of weakness. Sometimes it's just not worth it. I can push myself, but if I don't get the results from pushing myself, then what did I push myself for? Man, if losing was fun, if losing for me was actually fun, I would never win. Like, who's seriously out there going, woo, I lost, yeah, let's go. Let's do it again. I can't wait to lose another time. No one does that. Alright, guys, we don't need to have this conversation now. Winning all that stuff is a byproduct. Yeah, true. If you can find fun losing, or rather, I think it's not the losing that's the fun part. It's the being able to figure out why you lost and move past it that's supposed to be the fun part. Yeah, but the losing itself isn't the fun part. You don't care about losing, you lost twice. Oh man, I remember that. People drew him, dragged him through the dirt. Rychen, you're in it. Yeah, I think you've been here before. I mean, your name didn't show up as new on the Twitch chat, so... Apology when you play DK64. Yes, now your name sounds familiar to me. I remember. And you're flying over the desert with Diddy. Ah, good times. Good times. next month be the worst month of the year? What's so wrong about June? You know, the interesting dichotomy of fighting games is that if you remain proportional to your opponent's skill when you fight them, it is possible for you to get better and make no progress. And that's the thing that sucks. Sticky art rate. What? Hello? Hello there, people on YouTube. What's going on? Who's sticky art? What's going on? Hello everybody. Welcome to the Wikishare Leaders stream. I hope you enjoy your stay. I have no idea. I don't know who Sticky Art is. Is that a YouTuber? I didn't know you could raid on YouTube. Sticky Art is an artist. Oh. Well, I'm not doing art right now, but I'll be doing some art tomorrow. So unfortunately today we're just doing open Smash lobbies, but if you want to see some of my art, feel free to if you want to see some of my art, feel free to stick around for tomorrow when I do an art stream. Goodness. Hello, Sticky Art Shorts. Have you been here before? You must have, right? I'm sorry, I don't recall. I'm making out the stream with this army. What? Here to help support. Well, thank you. Unfortunately, I'm not doing any art today. But I am an artist. I just do them normally on the weekends. So tomorrow I'll be doing another art stream, working on stuff for an event I'm a part of. Like the Banana Man. What? Do I sound like him? He's almost 200k subs. What, Sticky? I'm sure. Cause I've only got like, what is it, 400 and something subs if I recall. Well, I hope you guys enjoy your stay. Feel free to ask me questions about what I do, about the kind of things I like, about what you would want to see from me. If you like anything that you see today, be sure to join the Discord server, because we share art, we play Smash, we have fun, and we just talk about anything and everything. Whoa! Oh, thank you. I gotta change that. What do you do about the things you like? I engage with them. You know, I've been told I love my content. Thank you. I'm glad you love my content. Have you seen my YouTube videos? Because I've made 2 so far, and I'm planning on making another one. It's just, it might be a while before it comes out. The next one, so you know what? I'll tell you guys what the next one's gonna be about. This next one's gonna be about the history of Mickey Mouse, and also more so in a lens of like, in the lens of how he's perceived by not only Disney's corporation itself, but also the people around Mickey and his usage. So it should be a bit of an interesting deep dive into what makes a character like him stick. Thank you. I'll just call you Shorts. I'll call you just Shorts. Thank you, just Shorts. Alright, well, I guess that's my spiel done. What were we talking about? Nothing important, I'm sure. Subbed, but a notification didn't pop up. Well, I appreciate it anyway. I could use the subs. I could, you know, get some help from the community out there and on other artists. I should look into sticky art. I don't know if I've heard of them. Sticky art. Welcome. Is this them? This frog on a skateboard? Oh, Taco Shark shorts. Huh. You guys have some interesting names, I'll give you that. You know what I was watching yesterday? I decided to take a look at some episodes of Cow and Chicken, and I really find myself wishing that the red guy was just in other cartoons. If you haven't seen it, it was an old show on Cartoon Network, but the red guy is like this trickster, like, mean dude who just likes to mess with people for no reason. He's great. He's like one of my favorite cartoon characters of all time. He's definitely one of the best tunes that I've ever seen. Flippin' the red guy. He should just show up in other shows, honestly. I want to see him just appear in Gravity Falls for no reason. I want to see him in Steven Universe just to cause mayhem. Put him in Kif, I don't care. The nice thing about watch the show but never watch an episode. Which episode do you think was best? Ooh, that's a hard one. I think my favorite episode of, well, I don't really like Cow and Chicken as much as I like I Am Weasel, its spin-off show. And I think my favorite I Am Weasel episode is the one where the red guy just keeps giving them keeps giving them roles and directions in the studio that are just rip-offs of other cartoons. Because it's like a great commentary on how cartoons in the 1990s were trying to recreate what the Looney Tunes was doing in the 40s, trying to give back some of the energy, but it was ultimately held back by a desire to do the same things again. You'd see a lot of cartoons where they were doing something goofy, but it all felt very derivative of Looney Tunes. I think he's a factory at the moment. Kindly Keen. Who's Kindly Keen? Is that another YouTuber? Or... no, I was thinking maybe Miss Keen from the Powerpuff Girls, but that's a different character. I've never heard of Kindly Keen. Let me see who this guy is. Guess I also haven't heard of Sticky Art. Sticky Art. First of all, let me see. Okay, yeah, it's this frog dude. That makes sense. Rainbow Friends. Jumbo Josh. I don't know who any of this stuff is. Kindly Keen. Oh, he's like it's one of those YouTubers. Okay. Huh. Well. I don't think I can provide exactly the same kind of thing he does, but hopefully you guys like me just for me. But we're very, oh, let me introduce myself to all you guys. I'm Wickersham Leader, although my real name is Nick. I am a Toon from Toontown. I've decided to stream because I got nothing better to do. Well, maybe I do have something better to do, but, like, I don't want to do it. So sometimes I get the lucky opportunity to rub elbows with the big cartoon stars out there, but I don't know all of them. Toons like me often find themselves wanting to go into show business, but VTubing's kind of the next best thing, I guess. But I do video essays, as you can see. I talk about cartoons I've watched, cartoons I love, and I like to get into the nitty-gritty and learn what makes certain shows tick. Getting into the... Played FNAF before. No, I've never played FNAF. I have a friend who has Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and I could borrow his copy, but I play mostly older games. Like, I just did Symphony of the Night on the PS1. And I play Smash every Friday, because I love Smash. It's a really fun game. But man, these days, you gotta try your hardest if you want to get anywhere. Because being good is more important than ever. It's crazy. It's horror, but it's so good. I'm not really one for horror. I'm a guy who does get spooked pretty easily. Called Scrappy. I don't know Scrappy. Scrappy. 19... There it is. Scrappy. Oh! Oh, this guy! Oh, I see. He looks very similar to characters like Betty Boop's younger nephew, I think he is, and characters like Buddy. Favorite horror show is Stranger Things. I've never seen Stranger Things either. Bleed Man. No, I don't think I've seen Bleed Man. Who's Bleed Man? I mean, they said Bleed Man art, so I assume that's an artist's. Guys, I think Toon Link is gonna totally destroy all of us. Let me give this another shot. I'm gonna totally get destroyed here. There's some crossover comics. Are they good? Oh, I'm so dead. You love the Super Mario World ending song? Yeah, we got all the jazz hits that the gaming world has to offer. Nice. Cartoons from the 30s were more cartoony than they were today. Well, that's because the audience that cartoons are for has shifted a lot. In the 1960s, they started the Saturday morning lineup, which were designed for kids to watch. Kids always watched cartoons, of course, but when cartoons had started for the first 20 years or so, they were mostly for adults. So those raunchier humor was less because the kids wouldn't get it, and more so because it was seen as scandalous. Looney Tunes was actually, shows like Looney Tunes kind of pushed the barrier for what people could make jokes about. They had pop culture references, they had references to to books and TV shows, as well as some adult, as well as in general just some very adult concepts. Disney, on the other hand, was a lot more interested in keeping its squeaky clean image, something that was a lot more for the pearl clutchers out there. Oh, air dodge. But, the thing is, also with Disney in particular, is that with their squeaky clean image, it meant that that Mickey Mouse kind of fell out of favor. Because he got kind of boring to people. I mean, back in the black and white days, he was cream of the crop. He was having the adventures, he was having fun, he was a little troublemaker. But once everything started turning to color, well, then they just kind of lost interest with him. He wasn't seen as interesting anymore. Donald and Goofy were a lot funnier. And that's kind of the problem with, the direction that these took, is that Donald and Goofy ended up taking over Mickey's spot, and the only thing Mickey did after that was, like, in the Mickey Mouse Club, where he was, like, a very friendly face for children to meet. What are you planning on doing, a face reveal? This is my face. This is what toons look like. Mickey used to, but there are episodes of the old cartoons where Mickey would drink and smoke. Kind of shocking for us nowadays, but at the time it was very common. Because again, these were made for adults. And drinking and smoking was everywhere. Everybody smoked back then. It was very uncommon you'd find a place that didn't have at least one person who was smoking. And forget about having non-smoking areas like in restaurants. Everybody just did it. Even Flintstones. Yeah, that Flintstones used it as an advertising. But the Flintstones actually started to become more for kids as the show went on. Their first sponsor was, I forget which cigarette company, but it was cigarettes. This cigarette sponsored the Flintstones. But later on, they got sponsored by Busch Beer. And then, but after Pebbles was born, after they had that, that's when the show became a lot more focused towards kids, and they switched their sponsor to Welch's Grape Juice. And then the Flintstones had the vitamins, and it was all over. They were never going to be for adults after that. Except for one time, where they had a special called Flintstones on the Rocks. which is not very well liked. It's not a particularly good thing. It's more like a raunchy adult comedy that you'd expect about Fred and Wilma's marital troubles. And notably, Pebbles is not in it. I mean, the Pebbles doll that they made at the time was one of the best-selling. Was the best-selling of that year. What about that Fox show? Fox never made that Flintstones show, or rather, that Flintstones show never got made. The it was gonna be made by Seth MacFarlane as the director, and it never got past the production stages. People were worried that it was just gonna turn into Family Guy. It is weird that the Flintstones celebrate Christmas in like 200 million BC. It won't? Well, no. I mean, this Flintstones reboot was announced like in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then it got quietly canceled. Unless there's a new Flintstones project that got announced, which I don't think there was. Hey, Stanley, are you in chat? I don't think he is. If he is in chat, I would explain that our rule was you play until you beat everybody, and then you go to the back of the line. But I think he left. Flintstones movie was super popular. Yeah, that live action one with John Goodman. People really liked that one. They made a sequel, but it had none of the same actors. Nobody came back to reprise their roles. I've never been the hugest fan of the Flintstones. Not like the show is terrible or anything, but it's all sitcom. I mean, the whole thing's a rip-off of The Honeymooners, and they're not even subtle about it, right? But I'm not crazy about sitcoms, but it is kind of funny how quaint it is. And then and then as the show went on, they kind of got more and more desperate for those ratings they used to have, but with them introducing characters like the Great Gazoo, flippin' insane is what it is. You watch any sports? Nope. I don't really watch sports, unless you count Goofy. I'll watch Goofy play sports every day. I love, my favorite one is probably How to Play Football. Still didn't watch SWAT Cats? No, I don't think so. Honestly, Goofy, if every sport was like Goofy, how Goofy played it, I'd watch sports. Oh, Pixels. It's not a Netflix movie. It was on Netflix. But Pixels, I did not like Pixels. Well, I didn't watch it. I didn't need to. I could kind of tell exactly what it was going to be. And yeah, that's what it turned out to be. It's just a movie about Adam Sandler and his friends doing references to 1980s video games. Kind of shocked that Nintendo said yes to letting them use Donkey Kong. Goofy movie was fun. Ooh, yes, I like a Goofy movie a lot more than an extremely Goofy movie. I think that the first one has a stronger core with its relationship between Max and Goofy. Skateboard scene is top notch. Was that in? That wasn't in the first movie. That was in an extremely Goofy movie, wasn't it? I don't know. Look, you're fine to like whatever movie you like, but I I don't think Pixels is a good movie at all. You like to watch Home Alone and Beethoven. Never really cared much for Beethoven. They made so many of those dang movies. There's like 7 or 8 of them. And it's like, why? It's the same storyline every time. The family gets Beethoven, and he causes a mess of everything. And then they learn to love him.
3, 2, 1, go!
Come at me.
My favorite movie of all time, since we're on the subject, and most people who have seen me know this, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That is my absolutely favorite movie. It is a perfect love letter to the golden age of animation. It's a great parody of film noir. And it's just a fun movie all around. If you love classic cartoons, you'll love it. If you just want to see a good comedy mystery movie, that's good for it too. Not to mention the Roger Rabbit shorts they made afterwards were great. Roller Coaster Rabbit is probably one of the better ones. Although actually, I mean, there are only 3 and they're all really good. There was the roller coaster one, the forest one, and the one at home, but I can't remember the names of all of them. I only remember Roller Coaster Rabbit. Glad to see somebody else who's a fine appreciation, who has a fine appreciation of quality. Mask is up there. I haven't seen The Mask. You know what I have seen? I've seen Son of the Mask. Because it was on Cartoon Network all the time. Son of the Mask isn't a very good movie. You know, I remember looking at a Nintendo Power issue once, and I saw that there was a contest to be an extra in The Mask 2. But that movie never came out, so I'm curious if they got a rain check on that for letting them be in the movie with the CGI dog. Alright, I'll take it. Whew. So, I main Donkey Kong. That's why I'm playing him right now, for those of you who are new. He's my favorite video game character of all time. I love DK. Flippin' balloon artificially extending the length of that hitbox. Where's my super armor? But honestly, when it comes to Marshall, I should just give up. You okay, Marshall? Okay. Favorite video game character is from FNAF, which is Bonnie or Foxy. Are they really all that different? I don't know how you glean personality from a robot who tries to scare you. I mean, there are differences in their behavior, of course, when you analyze them at an intelligence level. But when it comes to actually, like, from a personality, do they even have any? I mean, I guess more so outside of their visual appearance, right? What makes somebody like one over the other? Is it lore stuff? It's probably lore stuff. I don't know of anything about FNAF lore except for the guy who built the child-killing machine. And then he was like, I can't believe the child-killing machine killed my child. And that's pretty funny. There's the one that try to kill you, and then there's also kind ones. Yeah, like in the recent game, right? They've got the Freddy who's all nice to you. Right? The one you jump inside of. He's all orange and stuff. Why do the older animatronics look so much better than the newer ones? Did they they must have lost funding. Movie to come out. Oh, I'm probably not gonna watch that. I don't know. I don't really like horror. Horror's not for me. I don't like being scared. Some people get a thrill off of that, but no, I don't like being scared. But I guess, I don't know, there is some horror I've engaged with. I guess Made in Abyss has some horror elements, and I like Made in Abyss. I think Made in Abyss is a really fine anime. But it does have some weird stuff that you gotta kind of be okay with, so not for everyone. Definitely not for everyone. But the story is written very well. Although my favorite anime of all time is probably gonna always be Azumanga Daioh or Nichijou. I love Nichijou. That show is hilarious. I need to find more shows like that. Pop Team Epic was that for me too. After a FNAF movie, he'll be retiring. Well, I can't blame him. You made a ton of money off of it, and you don't have, you can just collect residuals off of it while it goes on without you. well, that's not fun. But I guess that's what happens when your fan base is mostly comprised of younger children. It kind of leads itself to a lot of mob mentality, right? Where one influential figure can impact the minds of so many people to the point where it starts to become a problem. Let me tell you, if kids had access to the internet back in the 80s, they would be saying the same thing about He-Man. Well, not everybody is so keen to respond amicably to the various D's nuts wordplay jokes. Chat, why don't you guys tell me about your favorite cartoon characters? Which tunes were the most influential to you? Who do you like the most? Finn and Jake. A classic duo. Man, they developed so much over the course of that show. Finn and Jake are just such good characters. I love seeing them become more. I don't normally go for these more serialized story things, but Adventure Time kind of did a backdoor thing where they managed to trick me into thinking it was going to be regular stuff. Although I suppose I do enjoy the more goofy early stuff. Gumball is also fantastic. Although, Gumball can often feel like there's not much substance in between the jokes that they have. And that's really, because it's a show that's clippable. It's a show that has a lot of funny moments that you can use to share with people, right? But it's not really a show that kind of holds up to scrutiny when you look at the individual plots as much. I think that Gumball has lots of funny moments, but kind of lacks when it comes to telling a narrative. But I still like the show. Rex from Generator, Rex and Ben 10. I haven't really watched either. My favorite cartoon character of all time is Daffy Duck. I love Screwball Daffy. My favorite Daffy Duck short of all time is probably Daffy Doodles. The only thing he's doing in that is just drawing mustaches on people. If I could, oh my gosh, if I could do a watch together without getting the Warner Brothers ninjas on me, I would so do a stream where we just watch Looney Tunes. I flippin' would love that. Or maybe like a history, of the history of like the Looney Tunes or animation through watching a whole bunch of videos back to back. You can see where everything came from. I gotta be honest, silent cartoons are a little hard for me to watch sometimes because of how slow they're paced. Animation was new, right? So everybody was just amazed to see it move in the first place. Oh, that one clown-faced guy from... I remember it. He, like, had a message for them from Gumball's mom about taking out the trash. I remember that episode. And that's all they were doing, just trying to avoid taking out the trash.
Too bad for you.
Favorite anime is Gurren Lagann. My brother watched Gurren Lagann. He said it was really good. I never actually got around to it. There's a lot of anime I haven't seen. I guess I'm more likely to stick to the West when it comes to cartoons. Haven't gotten a shield break in a while. You know, I'm interested in going back and looking at the classic Universal monster movies in terms of horror. I want to see like where it came from. But those movies can be very slow. Like when I saw the original Godzilla. Paprika. Oh my gosh, I did see Paprika. Paprika is such a cool movie, but I don't understand it. Like, at the end of the movie, everything just starts to fall apart together, and then it's a whole big question of anything they experienced was actually real. Paprika's just really good. It's such a beautiful movie. Anything by that guy is great. I love Miyazaki's films, too. I love Castle Cagliostro, the Lupin movie. The music, the chaos. Yes, I know. Wow, that didn't kill. Baki? I've never seen Baki. You know that. We've talked about it before. Stranger Things to be the best horror show. You know, I guess it's not really horror, but I love the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone can feature some spooky stuff in it, but it's not really horror. I don't think it's really trying to scare you. Well, maybe it is, but there's a lot of things in the Twilight Zone that's just like, wouldn't this just be really messed up? And it's like, yeah, that would be. Like the story where the people have to only draw, where the people only can, like, pick one of, like, 6 different faces so everybody looks the same. That's kind of a one that's just like, whoa, isn't this totally messed up? He ran back. Hey, Taco Shark. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Glad you could decide to pick out of all the VTubers out there that you picked me. Jumped away at the right second. Watching this guy make the same moves over and over, like, very predictable. Why didn't I headbutt? You sure? What do you mean, you sure? They haven't seen it! What do you mean you haven't seen it? Flippin' new. What? If they haven't seen it, they haven't seen it. What do you mean you're sure? That's ridiculous. No. But I know about Beast Wars, kind of. All right, thanks, Sticky, for bringing all these people over here. Hopefully you guys decide to come tomorrow when I do some art streams, huh? Let's see. So I need to figure out what this wolf's game plan is, because they're no Tears of the Kingdom. I don't have it yet. I'll get it eventually, just not right now. See you later, Sticky. You're breaking a lot of FNAF stuff. Don't you think it's a little crazy that such a big horror franchise is so popular with kids? Isn't it weird that that this doesn't actually scare kids away from interacting with it? But I guess that makes sense, because even back in the 80s, kids were watching things like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. Although it has kind of created what people are calling mascot horror, which is when you have a horror franchise that's focused around a single character. I don't know if I would say that their parents are not good at parenting tech when these are being advertised to kids. They're for kids at this point. Oh, there we go. I wonder how many people decide to come into the streams from there. Hey, Omni, can you give me some tips for this wolf? Oh, also, Wolf, if you're in the chat, G Phantom, I would like to let you know that when you get back to the first person you fought, you have to go to the back of the line. And I don't remember who the first person was. Does anybody else remember? Oh, wow. Adam has Wolf's number. You have Kirby Star Allies? Yep. I do have it. Kirby Star Allies is fun enough. Not the best Kirby game, but it's fun. I still maintain that there are no bad Kirby games. Sticky made you raid me? Well, yeah, that's usually how raids work. But you could have not participated. You could have just left, I suppose. But I'm thanking you for deciding to stick around anyways. What about Mario games? Tack, you must have seen me play a Mario game. I've played so many of them. I guess I haven't done a Mario game lately. Rush them quickly, don't give them room to breathe. Thanks, Randall. Put Midwest in another Mario game? Well, I don't know. Sometimes an enemy for a game can just stay for one game. Found out Midwest is male. What made you think he wasn't male? He's got a pretty male-oriented design. Nothing about him really screams anything other than male. Certainly not non-binary. Not like knights. That's it? Just because he's pink? Wow. I obviously cannot rush in, because if I jump over Blaster, that's way too obvious. Give him boost he was female? No, not necessarily. Who did Wolf start with, by the way? I want to say Rie-chan might have. NST. Did you start with them, or did Wolf go with? Did Wolf fight someone else first? Honestly, don't remember. We'll just say that when you get back to NST, the icon with Mona, you just head to the back for me. Should be simple enough. Assuming nobody beats you before then. Midbus did turn blue in his ice form. Okay, so then he's male. Midbus trans icon. Oh, I was saying that I was asking NST if you fought Wolf already. Wolf? Not yet. Okay, so you are the last person who goes then. I'm the... When it gets back to me, he goes to the back. Got it. Thank you for your input. Very useful. Ay, ay, ay. Nasty. There are a few female villains in Mario. There are, yeah, you're right. There's the Shroob Queen. There's Kakaletta. There's the Shadow Queen. There's Cursa, which kind of counts. I guess Captain Syrup might count, but she's Mario adjacent, not Mario pure. That's kind of it, though. There really aren't that many female Mario villains. Usually villains are Bowser, though. Anti-hero, maybe. Maybe. But, yeah. Why don't you tell me what you see? Well, I see... Well, when I played him, Wolf liked to stay far away, and I think he liked to try to bait an approach from above. Because he could very easily react to that. You're still thinking about your favorite cartoon character. Very combo heavy, but when put in disadvantage, has a few things they like to resort to. I guess. At least give Midbus his own race. You just want more pig people, huh?
3, 2, 1, go!
I think Wolf likes to get in your face when not using the blaster, but he'll run off and blast you from a distance to pepper in some good hits before going in for things. I don't know. I guess I don't... I'm not really good at picking up on player habits like you are. think Wolf's got this one. Midvis can't be the only member of his race. He totally can be. Oh goodness, where did everyone go? Well, you know what? With only us here, I guess I'll go a few more rounds against Ghastly Phantom. Might as well try, I guess. No list today? What list? Ooh. Tier list. I'm confused. What tier list? Do you mean like how last week when I did that fast food tier list? Or like the week before? I forget which week it was. Well, I mean, I only did that tier list because people begged me to do it. Not because I'm a tier list aficionado. Looney Tunes tier list. Don't see why not, but maybe some other time. Not right now. Got it. I just needed another go, I guess. Alright, you want to know my Looney Tunes tier list? Fine. Daffy Duck's at the top. He clears everyone. But then under that, I'm putting, under Daffy Duck, under Daffy Duck, it would be Foghorn Leghorn and Henry Hawk. There's some kind of way about the cargo carry-off, but nothing to do with go up a tier. You mean like pick a better character? Or... I mean, you were gone for only a few minutes. Which is fine. Will you be streaming on May 29th? Probably. I mean, that's my birthday. Don't think you need your help now? I need your help. You're a better player than I am. Why do you ask if it's going to be on May 29th? Why specifically that date? Did you know it was my birthday? Great job. I lost! What are you talking about, Marshall? I lost! I got beat the heck up! I totally got creamed by Marth there. Well, we're birthday buddies then. He knows everything about you. You're saying the wolf did a good job. No, I knew what you were talking about. Talking about Ghastly. I didn't think you were talking about my fight against Marth. I was talking more about what Marshall said. Oh, know about you going against the wolf. I see. Have you had Prime before? What do you mean, Prime? Like, Amazon Prime? Or when Optimus Primal says, well, that's just Prime. Yes, actually, I do know about the Lupin the Third thing. They, the original owner of the the estate of the owner of the Lupin books, wanted to go after the Lupin the Third creators, but they missed the statute of limitations, so they got to keep the name, right? They basically were too late to do anything about it. when they were making Lupin the 8th, that technically counted as a new IP, so then they went after them and forced them to stop. The Drink Prime. I've never heard of the Drink Prime. Is it like an energy drink? Newman has Lupin Man. Really? Bottled one, which is a hydration drink, and then there's a canned one, which is energy. Do they taste good? I mean, that's kind of the only thing I really care about when it comes to my drinks. I don't really bother with energy drinks. The only time I ever got an energy drink was there was this Donkey Kong one that I found, so I could also, I'm surprised the grenade didn't blow up in their hands. There was this Donkey Kong one, and I got it, but I didn't drink it. I just emptied it out and kept the can. I don't know where that can went. I don't have it anymore. I wonder how the Kaniku Man anime is usually going to deal with censorship. Well, what kind of censorship do you think there's going to be? A group called Perfect Superhumans. Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, go!
When they lose, they take their own life. I mean, anime has stuff like that in it. I mean, I probably will stream on May 29th, because like I said, it's my birthday. I already said that I would. What? Oh, come on. It's still what? Flippin' Luma. Great. Now I have to button mash because I'm not getting through trying to actually do anything. I'm probably not gonna play FNAF on my birthday, since I'm gonna do things that I like. Ugh, should just mash buttons or suicide. We have been having a lot of only the same songs today, huh? Nobody really put anything in the bot, mostly because Celeste isn't here. Be at school for 6 hours on my birthday, but thankfully we're off on Monday. 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock. You only go for 6 hours? I think mine was 7. Mine was like 8 to 3. Where's Saucy when you need her to fill the bot? At work, probably. You play the original Mario music? If you want to suggest it, you can do so on Twitch, but I don't really bother putting in things in the bot most of the time. Is your Twitch name the same as your YouTube name? Pretty much, I think. Yeah, it should be Wickersham Leader still. It's not hard to find me. I'm the only one that I know of who really has his name. The Doom remake. Huh. You know, I never played it either. I think one of my friends has it. I could probably use one of their copies. You know, the only Doom I've played is the original Doom. I haven't even played Doom 2 yet. I should probably see... Is Doom 64 cheap? It might be cheap. I could probably try to play that one. I remember people praising Doom Eternal as well. Makes me want to try it out. Remember trying the SNES Doom. Oh my gosh. How the heck did the Jaguar version of Doom come out with no music? Who the heck does that? It's like one of the more powerful consoles of that generation. Excuse me, supposedly. And it has a port of Doom with no music? How do you do that? I mean, it didn't have music. The Jaguar port of Doom. No music. There's only sound effects. The 32X version, the Super Nintendo version, and the PC versions all had music, but not the Jaguar version. Well, Glamrock, I'm glad you've decided to type so much. It gives me somebody to talk to. I mean, if I wasn't talking to anyone, I'd just be here talking to myself, and then I'd look insane. I bet someone probably went and modded the music in afterwards. But why would you do that for the Jaguar port when you could just play the PC port, which is exactly the same, except it has music? You know, that's kind of like modding Sonic Genesis so that it has good physics, right? But also, like, just play the original game at that point. Or the Origins version, which includes the option for you to have the spin dash. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. Person I know who has the same birthday as me. Well, statistically, there is a very high There is a very high statistical probability that there are hundreds of people with the same birthday as you. A human's born every 7 seconds. You know what? The lobby was kind of dying today. Let's see if I'll keep going, though. Maybe I'll get some more people by having the lobby be newer, yeah? It was 932x6. Feeling a particularly dedicated Jaguar owner would mod the music in either to just see if it works. Huh. You know what? Maybe we're thinking about this the wrong way, Omni. Maybe we need to mod the PC version to not be able to have music. Do you remember you switch like enough Smash? Ah. Do you like playing Smash often, Glamrock? I mean, you don't have it, but I'm curious anyways. Smash has always been one of my favorite games, personally. And even though I'm not very good at it, I try. Oh, I leaned into it. I thought it was going to do an up throw. Oh, it's just like Celeste is here. Thanks. Oh, dang it. There we go. I was waiting for that one hit. You like Pyro, Mithra, Samus, and Dark Samus. Oh, I'm not very good against Samus. Well, Marshall, you're not gonna get along with everybody. That's just how it is. TTV Roy's SB. Oh my gosh, is this guy streaming me? Is he streaming his experience in here? I'm gonna lose against Phantom again, but that's okay. You know, you'd think by this point, losses shouldn't affect me, because I've been beaten up so much. Spam the electric ball. Charge shot? Pete's sake, why does it go that far? There, no more Luma. Oh my gosh. just need to get rid of Luma. Then I can actually defend myself. Gosh, just what do I do to go faster than this? I have to, oh, I need to kill her. I have to get rid of her. She can't have an answer for everything. There's gotta be mistakes in this gameplay that I can exploit. Not everything is perfect. There is no way this person is so good that there is absolutely nothing I can do about it. That's not possible. She shields whenever she attacks whenever I go for a grab. She shields whenever I attack. There's gotta be something to do. There's gotta be one thing I'm missing here to beat this once and for all. Because there is no way that there is absolutely nothing I can do to beat Rosalina. There is something I'm not considering. I just have to... Do I have to camp? Do I have to be as annoying as possible? Killing the Luma makes him 5% stronger on respawn. For how long? And does it stack if I kill the other Luma? I need a longer stage. If I could get Northern Cave, I would have a much better time against Rosalina, because then I'd have a place to run to. Can't really camp as DK. No, but I can make it unfun for both of us. I could try to just make winning as much of an ordeal as possible. Wait, didn't we just get Open Your Heart? Oh. Seaver Gunner. No, I get it. I can't get away from Rosalina. I can't force Rosalina to do anything that puts her in a bad position. Because every time I go for something, the Luma gets me. Run up to her and grab her. I can't. The Luma can attack me while I'm grabbing her. The Luma doesn't stop just because I've grabbed her. Partners in time when? When I get my border set up for... When I finally make that border for DS streams. What is this music? It's a joke version of, it was a joke version of Open Your Heart. If it's Nintendo, something is wrong with you. No, it's not Nintendo. They just do funny meme versions of songs. They mess around with the original song and make something into it. Something weird about Nintendo. Well, it can't be much weirder than when they tried to make love hotels. How did they not die to that? Ugh. That still hasn't killed? No, you don't get to dunk on me after playing like that. They let Donkey on the Pixels, but Samus isn't allowed in Fortnite unless it's a Nintendo exclusive. Well, Nintendo didn't really do anything in the movie scene. I mean, they have no reason to not. It's just a movie. It's not like they make games primarily. Yoko is really good. She makes good music. But why an exclusive? Because that's what Nintendo wants. Nintendo stopped letting Monster Hunter have Nintendo-themed DLC for their games when it wasn't exclusive. Nintendo only did Nintendo-themed costumes for Tekken when it was exclusive to the Wii U. Or rather, the Wii U version was exclusive to it. In Marvel Ultimate Alliance, the developers wanted them to let Samus and Link in the game, and they might have said yes, but they showed it on the PlayStation 2 version of the game, so they said no. Well, sure, there's definitely a lot of people who would like to play as Samus even if they don't have a Nintendo console. But Nintendo doesn't want that. I mean, that's really all it comes down to. I don't know if I'm not going to say if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Honestly, I think a Valve skin in Fortnite would be pretty cool if it was like, what is it? Like, I think that a Scout skin or a Gordon Freeman skin would be really cool. Perks with skins. No, the game should absolutely not be pay to win. That's ridiculous. No free-to-play game should be pay to win. The only way I would allow it is if it didn't actually affect anything. Name a free game that isn't pay to win. Chex Quest. All of the Chex Quest games, actually. Son of a gun, how did my fist miss?
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Chex Quest is free to win, is free to play. TF2 isn't free. TF2 isn't pay to win. Toontown Corporate Clash and Toontown Rewritten are free. Let's see. Roblox. You use Robux to get stuff. Yeah, but you don't need to pay to Robux. You don't need to pay Robux to get to play the game. Also, it's up to the individual person. Pet Sim X. I've never heard of Pet Sim X. All right, see you later, Marshall. Pretty much everything about Pet Sim X is Roblox. Huh. Well, that one I never really played Roblox except for that one quiz game that they just released. I tried some of the other games made by that guy. They're definitely for a little bit younger than my age range, but they were fun. Most Battle Royales are fully free to play, with only skins and such requiring money. That's true, because a Battle Royale would kind of suck if, like, half of the players couldn't just couldn't do something. Yeah? I'm gonna recall a few that aren't, and not off the top of my head. Really, I don't remember any. Granted, I've only played one Battle Royale, and that's Fortnite. When does the live stream end? We're gonna be done in about 15 minutes or so. Scotland, wow. Get some people from Scotland. So, 10 o'clock? I guess so. Here in Toontown, it's about, I don't know, 8? Well, almost. Wait, what happened? People make fun of British when they're like, oi, oi, mate, can I have a bottle of water? Yeah, I mean, I love it in flippin' Xenoblade. They got flippin' Uni's accent is hilarious. They're like, or the other dude, they're like, she's thinking and he goes, water? And she's like, water? Yes, Uni's the boss. It's funny, but it also hurts when you make it really funny. Well, we all rib on each other. I have friends who are outside of the U.S. who make fun of American accents. I don't know if I caught that interaction, but here, hold on, I gotta watch that again. Wait, did Luigi grab and it didn't go in? How the heck did he do that? Did Yoshi hit the plunger, preventing it from grabbing him? Did that up tilt make him like lean into the background? And it knocked Yoshi to the right and Yoshi didn't react. Like it had no knockback? Or like it had knockback but no hit stun? Flippin'! Ah! There we go. Well, yeah, the difference between different places in the world and how they call it. Like, you know, we call fries, we call chips. What you guys call chips, we call fries. What you guys call crisps, we call chips. But fries were invented in America, so we can just say that it's, we can just keep calling them fries. Why can he go so hard? What are you guys talking about? Tack, what does that have to do with anything? What? Oh, you're talking about an old slang term for cigarette. Right. I don't know what that has to do with anything, though. Some places still use it. Yeah, I suppose they do. so bad at spelling. Well, you're quite eloquent. You've got a pretty good vocabulary for what it is. 7 years old. I mean, I have my doubts about you actually being 7, but, hey, it's the internet. There's all sorts of people out there. Why haven't we gotten... Have we gotten any of the wider stages at all today? Or is the only one in there just Northern Cave? Like, I feel like we haven't gotten Northern Cave once today. Maybe we have. Actually, no, we did. We got it like a few times. Maybe I should just keep sticking to the Hazards Off rule set. Yeah. I just wish I got those stages because I would unironically do way better with DK if I had places to run to. I know no hazards is the default, but I like having variety. But it seems like some people actually just leave when they found out that I was running Yoshi's Story or something. Yeah, there's probably enough time left for 2 matches. Lose to this Yoshi again. Yoshi's is banned in majority of regions tournament stage lists, mostly because of those little ledges on the side, and because of it being too similar to Battlefield, right? Because of the angle. It's also a little small, I guess. I wish WarioWare was slightly bigger because I really like that stage layout. Makes it easier to two-frame when the platform's angled. I mean, it's legal in Melee. That's probably, I mean, we talked about this before, but Smash Ultimate includes every legal stage from past games. At least I think so. I don't know about Smash 3DS. I don't know if it includes every legal stage from that game. Melee's version has different geography at just the right place to be considered legal by Melee players. Well, also, Melee is kind of doesn't really have that many legal stages to begin with. There aren't that many stages in the game. I mean, it's not as bad as Smash 64 with its legal stage of 1, but, like, you know, Melee has a small stage, relatively small stage list, so it's gonna have not a lot of legal stages. Brawl has a small stage list because almost all of its stages contain some sort of weird gimmick, resorting to them having to pick Halberd with its giant laser. At least Pokemon Stadium 1 came back. Alright, this is the last match of the day. I guess you are, Glamrock. The fact was legality to Yoshi's Mettle was a pretty big reason for its legality in ult in some circles. That sounds about right. Oh my gosh, can I just land? If I could have just done a headbutt. Oh my gosh. If I could have just done a headbutt. There we go. over. There it is. This was not a good day for me. Japan still allows it. It's crazy how different the Japanese and American metas can shift and change. Alright, well, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed your time hanging out with us. If you liked what you saw, be sure to join the Discord and subscribe on Twitch and YouTube and all that good stuff. We'll be back tomorrow with some art streams. Should be a little bit more relaxing than what we have here. And then on Monday, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I'll see you guys later. Have yourselves a very good night, and goodbye.